Hello folks, my name is Nik Coffee and you're listening to Ministerium Radio, brought to you in part by the Ogden Audiovisual Club. Here on the program we read stories from across the multiverse and reflect on what each of them brings to the table. And tonight is a very special broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We have an actual piece of slam poetry from one Albert Cusack and a musical performance from the scary Faceless men who entered the studio by force last night and simply won't leave. They're all wearing very formal clothing, not dissimilar to the Blues Brothers of Blues Brothers fame. They have no discernible facial features, and I must admit, listener, that I am scared of these creatures. Everyone who has tried to remove them from the premises are now in intensive care, and they won't stop staring at me with their scary, featureless faces. As I said, our first entry is a piece of slam poetry by Albert Cusack. A clown walking down the street. Beep, 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 go his big funny feet. Stop. He stops. His big red nose pops, but he's okay. Don't even worry about the clown on the street. He stumble and fumble, he even bumble. The people they laugh, the people they cheer. They eat peanuts and drink their beer, but don't even worry, don't even trip. He's the clown on the street, and he's okay. He kicks a can. The can kicks him back. But he's okay. Out of his nose comes a big red rose. A rose in mind for the dancer of the line. The line is thorny. The clown is horny. And he sweats from his big, white gloves. The dancer, she laughs in his face, and it feels like a pie in his face. The people, they laugh. Everyone laughs, except for the clown. Interesting, Albert Cusack. This is a very powerful piece of poetry, but I have to tell you, clowns do laugh sometimes. I remember going to the circus as a child, and I remember the laughing of the clowns. One clown stepped on a rake, and when said rake slapped that clown in the face, the other clowns would laugh at his pain. They were laughing at his pain. The Germans have a word for this. They call it Schadenfreude, a joy derived from seeing someone else's pain or failure. Schaden is German for damage, and Freude means joy, together forming the word damage joy. It can be scary and strange how people are. Isn't it a bit sadistic, Albert Cusack, how people can take pleasure in the pain of others? Your poem really makes me appreciate those in my life who wouldn't take pleasure in my pain. Thank you. And now a performance by the scary Faceless men who entered the studio by force last night and simply won't leave.
Seksuelt havde sex med sin kæresmå.
Terrific, boys, that was terrific. You know me, listener, I usually only enjoy Norwegian black metal, but that was really nice. Our third of, apparently 4 entries tonight, is Lovely Peace by Sibel Nastaroshka. Imagine a world where windows weren't windows, but portals, delicate, sometimes shimmering portals into another place, and we just don't have the power to make it through them. When we push too hard, we end up breaking, bleeding, making noise. The thing about the lands through the glass are distant, like facets in quartz. The other worlds are reflected, bounced, sliced, mashed together. It's a brilliant fever dream, all in silence. The molecules are locked, rigid, hard, and each world is frozen within them. When we look through the windows, we see our world on the other side, but we see them rebuilt, rehashed, reimagined, rebirthed through the infinite refracted worlds within each splinter of glass before it frays from the pain. That was Glass by Sibel Nastaroshka. I want to thank you, Sibel. Not only is this a breath of fresh air from being held literal hostage, but your story included a lot of very nice language, and I think I even saw a bit of alliteration in there. Absolutely nice. Next up is a piece of paper I found nailed onto my door this morning. No, listener, although you would think so, this is not a message from Tallulah Winkle downstairs, who is very nice. I believe this letter spells danger. I believe it spells impending doom. Kali, who is also known as Kali Ka, is a Hindu goddess, embodying the destroyer of evil and unwanted forces or spirits. She is often portrayed as a 4-armed woman, with blue skin, her eyes flaming and roaring red like the eyes of eternal, unbridled hatred and anger. Wearing a skirt of severed human arms and brazenly naked for the world to see and fear forever. She symbolizes the Purusha, the cosmic man, self, consciousness, and universal principle, all that has been and all that is to be. And this last part is underlined, folks. This is the part that gets me a little. She is the destroyer of demons. I don't know what any of this means, listener, so if you know anything about this, give us a call at... That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Have a great night, and remember, Slender Man isn't real, but that guy spying on you through the blinds who keeps moving away every time you try to look at him is. And he has a hammer.